Views and opinions expressed on this program or the products endorsed on this program are not necessarily those of KTLB Radio.
Good morning, Oklahoma City, and welcome to the Clara Luper Show. In a moment, your host, Sister Clara Luper.
Come on, Jesus. Come on, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy new year to all of you. This is 2002. Oh, aren't you excited? God has been good to us. He's let us see a great year, 2002. This is the day. Yes, we don't have but 360 days left in 2002. Today's program is a very special program because you are listening. You are listening because you are concerned about what's happening in our city. And today I'm going to call upon you for help. Now, this program today is being brought to you by Gates Barbershop, located at 2609 North Martin Luther King in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You don't have to call Mr. Gates. All you have to do is to go to 2609 North Martin Luther King. Be sure and take your head with you and tell him that you want a haircut. You can tell him the kind of haircut you want. Do you want some to remind you of the good old days, the present days, or the future? Whatever you want, Robert Gates can give it to you. Hometown would like for me to remind you that they are open to 12 o'clock there tonight. They are located at 2001 Northeast 23rd Street or at the corner of Martin Luther King and 23rd Street. Your Allstate Insurance Independent Agent, Marilyn Hildreth, says she will be back in her office on Monday. The telephone number out there is 843-0811. That's 843-0811. A happy good morning to you from Johnson Chardina's, 1643 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City. Mr. Paul Matthews and Mrs. Gloria Matthews are waiting for you. They have something very special for you. Special activities for your children. Pick up and deliver. Eating the kind of food that will make them grow and be strong. All at Johnson Chardina's, 1643 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I know it's been a busy holiday season, but do you need a plumber? If you need a plumber, I would like for you to get your pencils out and paper because I want you to meet the plumber's plumber. Now, when I say the plumber's plumber, I'm very sincere about this. Because once you meet the plumber's plumber, you know you don't have to worry anymore. Now, I want you to get ready, get your pencils and paper out so you can meet the plumber's plumber. That's the Coherc Plumbing Company, located, the telephone number is 771-4875. I would like to repeat that, 771-4875. The plumber's plumber. Coherc Plumbing Company in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Lamar's Beauty Supply Company is located at 1736 Northeast 23rd Street. They have all of your beauty supplies. All at Lamar's Beauty Supply House, 1736 Northeast 23rd Street. Raymond Hinton is dead. Raymond Hinton, a graduate of Dungy High School in Oklahoma University, where he became one of the first blacks to finish the School of Engineering. Raymond worked in Los Angeles as a top engineer and was honored as one of the top engineers in America. But Raymond Hinton is dead. Funeral services for Raymond will be held on Tuesday at 11 a.m. in Whittier, California. That's the suburbs of Los Angeles. There will be a large number of people from Oklahoma City that will be going to pay their respect on behalf of all of us, to Raymond Hinton. Today's program is going to be one in which I'm going to ask you for your help. Now, we have a serious problem in Oklahoma City and around, and that's the problem of people breaking into our homes. Can you imagine, hard as you work to accumulate something, and somebody break in your home and take it? Well, I have spoken against crime, and I've said that little thieves grow into big thieves. And let me tell you something. On last Thursday, my husband and I went to the store at 3 o'clock. We returned back home at 4 o'clock, and we got there. Someone had gone into our home and have turned it upside down. Now, I'm going to appeal to those of you that took all my necklaces and things that I brought that was given to me in Guam and Saipan and Palau, to please bring them back to me. I need those. I cannot purchase them here in America. I need my stuff. And those of you that are parents, if you check in your house, if any of your kids or grandkids came in with some jewelry and some watches and things, will you call me and let me know? All I want to do today is to tell those of you that are parents, we've got to watch what our kids bring into our homes. And I would like for you to return my stuff to me, because that's my stuff. I worked hard for my stuff, and I don't want anybody to take my stuff. I had necklaces that had been given to me by my mother. B.J. Tucker had given me a beautiful necklace, all of my stuff. Now, I want my stuff back. Now, the question today is, what can we do? The police department came, and they say this is something that's happening all over Oklahoma City. People breaking in people's homes. And you can have all kind of locks, and how they came in my house through the front door. And now I got to go out this morning and buy a door. Isn't that something? And I got to buy the frame because they had some kind of instrument that they could put it up there and tap my frame and everything. You know, I'm from Hoffman, Oklahoma, and I'm not used to people breaking into my house, getting my stuff. Put everything on the floor, everything. It took me from Friday, all day Friday, part of Thursday night, to get my stuff that was left back together. Now, this is the Clara Luper radio show. What do you think that we can do to stop these little thieves? And I know that must have been a little thief, because it takes a little thief to go in my house. And if you're looking for money, you're looking at the wrong place. If you're looking for money, I'll tell you how I got the money and how I got money to buy the little things I had. I worked for it. Now, what's wrong with your working or waiting until you can get some money and buy some of the things you need? Sit around and wait and steal people's stuff. You should be ashamed of yourself. But what can we do as a people? Now, we're talking about everybody. And there must have been somebody that knew that CP and I had left home, because Marilyn had come by about 2:45 and left about 10 minutes to 3, and we left at 3, and when we got back at 4, it was a jungle. I'm telling you, it was a jungle. This is Clara Luper saying, what can we do? The telephone number 672-1220. And the parents got to look out for their children. Do you think it was some children, or do you think an adult would have the audacity to go in somebody's house and try to get their stuff? Now, my stuff is my stuff, and your stuff is your stuff. You leave my stuff alone, and you know I'm not going to bother your stuff. Because when I was a child, I was taught not to steal anything from anybody. Was that stealing, to go in somebody's house and without a search warrant and go through all of their businesses and throw everything on the floor? That probably didn't mean anything to anybody but me. Oh, not only me, everybody in my house. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and I need your help. What can we do to stop these thieves? And I call them thieves because anybody would go in your house and mess with your stuff without your permission is a thief. This is Clara Luper, and we are getting ready to celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday, and I'm calling upon all of you to get ready for the biggest celebration, the biggest demonstration that has been held in Oklahoma City, which will be held on Martin Luther King's birthday. We've just received word from Clinton that they are bringing a bus with 50 people to the big parade. El Reno will be represented. Hoffman will be represented. Now, I ask you all over this state to come on to Calvary Baptist Church, because we are going to be in front of that church, and we are going to be marching for freedom. Mr. Hornbeak is one of the top car salesmen in the state. He works for Vance Motor Company in Guthrie, Oklahoma. Now, if you're going to buy a car, let me let you in on a secret. I want you to look in a telephone directory, and I want you to find Vance Motor Company. When you find that number, I want you to call for Rodale Hornbeak and tell them that you want the top car salesperson to fix you up. And he will fix you up to your surprise. You'll be surprised to know the different techniques that he used. Not only that, but when you buy a car from Rodale, he will not leave you hanging. He will always come around and see about you. You know, that's really something, to have a car salesperson. They will come around and see about you, to see that everything is going fine. I want Calvin, I want you to tell Geraldine to come in here, because I need her professional help. I need some professional help. What are we going to do about these little old thieves that are breaking in people's homes? I call upon the parents to search. Make sure your children do not come in with anything that you didn't buy for them. We've got to stop them. Our jails are filled with young people, and then today somebody's thinking about stealing somebody's car, something. Well, I don't know, but I do know that, where are you out there in Radio Land? 672-1220. What do you think we can do about these little thieves that grow up to be big middle-aged thieves and old thieves? What do you think that can be done? Now, you say, okay, we're going to pray for these thieves. But I know one thing. We just about know who broke into our home. And I would appeal to the parents to check if you see anything from Guam, Saipan, Palau, Tokyo that don't belong to you. Be sure and tell them to bring me my stuff. I'm waiting on Calvin and Geraldine. One is, I want to know what we can do about these little thieves. I want to know what can we do. And what do you think? What do you think that we can do? Because it's a shame that we can't go, somebody is snatching somebody's purse, it's just awful. Well, maybe if we fill the jails and the jails are full, and that doesn't solve the problem, what next to be done? I don't know. But I do know that you know what can be done, because if each one of us would be responsible for our own children and our own grandchildren, I think this problem can be solved, and it's going to have to be solved. We cannot continue to let our people just continue to go down the road to destruction. I want to get your opinion. What do you think can be done? Oh, you say we're going to pray for them. Yes, you're right. We're going to pray for them. But we've got to do more. What can we do to stop people from stealing our stuff? What can we do? That's the question that's confronting us today. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and the telephone number out here is 672-1220. What can we do? And as my child, Geraldine, this morning I'm talking about people that are breaking into people's homes and tearing up their stuff because somebody broke in my home and got my stuff. Now, what do you think we can do as Christians, as different religious groups? What do you think we can do in this community?
Miss Luper, I feel that we need to get our youngsters together and get them saved. Do you know if you're saved is some things you're not going to do?
Well, how can we do that?
All we got to do is start putting out flyers and tell them that they need a Savior. That's all we need to tell them. You don't have any idea who it was?
I know it was somebody that knew that we'd gone to the store because we left home at 3 o'clock and got back at 4. And by that time, they'd gone through every bedroom in our house and turned everything upside down. And all those beautiful necklaces and things that were given to me, they all gone.
Well, Miss Luba, I do want you to be encouraged, and you got to keep this in mind. Now, it's going to be a way to stop the thieves and to stop our young people, but you have to keep this in mind. God is going to you're His child, and you're going to have more than you ever had. You better believe it.
But see, I'm not only concerned about me. But
I know you're not only
concerned.
concerned. I know it, Miss Luba, but see, you know what we need to do?
What?
We need to start doing neighborhood watch. We don't watch out for each other. We can live next door to each other, and we don't even know your name. We need to start watching out. We're going to have, like, when you went to the store, it's sad that you have to say this, but neighbor, I'm going. We're going to have to start reporting.
But see, in my neighborhood, they on one side, that's an empty house, and on another one, it's back. Well, anyway,
Miss
you
Luper.
say we got to save them. Now, we have more churches in Oklahoma City than any other city in the United
That
States.
part is true, but we have to get them in the church.
Okay.
We have to get them in there. And what we're going to have to do, we just really haven't been doing like we should do. You talking about marching. We do need to march. We need to start marching for Jesus to cut out some of this crime. And I believe it will work.
Well, what about the parents?
You know the parents, that's the number one. You know the parents is number one. Don't you know if I have a child in my home, Miss Lupe, and they bring a radio in the house, and I know they don't have any money, I ought to question that kid and ask him, where'd you get it from? If we as parents start pinpointing these children down to the point and just not accepting all this stuff, it's a lot of stuff in people's houses that these children did not purchase, and parents know about it. So we need to start with the parent. We need to start with the parents and then work down to our children. There's help. You know, our pastor, I want to say this, I'm glad you put me on your program. On the third Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, our pastor is going to be preaching, there is hope for the families. And Miss Luba, I'm going to tell him to give you an announcement so you can be announcing it on your program. And if it's any way possible, I want you to be there, because he's going to give us a plan that we're going to rejoice and praise God, because we know there's hope for the family.
Okay, we have someone on the line. Let's see what they
God bless you, Brother Luper. You be encouraged. This year of 2000, see Satan trying to defeat you. You are so powerful in God, he don't even want you around, so he decided to get very close. You've ignored the lies. You've ignored many things that have come up on you. But this is one time we all going to be praying for you, and we're going to stop Satan. Do you hear me?
Okay, I want
God
my
bless
stuff.
you.
This is Clara Luper, and thank you so very kindly. Hello?
Oh, words of wisdom.
We're ready. We need some.
Words of wisdom.
Okay, Fluky, we're waiting on you.
Helping a child is words of wisdom. You got that?
No, I don't have that. Tell me again.
Helping a child is investment in the future. Helping a child is investment in the future.
Helping a child is an investment in the future.
In the future.
Well, thank you so very kindly, and Happy New Year's. Not only that, I want to thank you for what you've done for the Clara Luper radio show.
All right.
Okay, this is Clara Luper, and this portion of our program is brought to you by your Allstate Independent Agent, Merlin Hildry. If you need some insurance, be sure and call at 843-0811, and she will take care of you. I would like to thank Mr. Carl Carbon, the Roth Funeral Home, John Temple and Son Funeral Home, Adams and Son, Lamar's, Dale's Restaurant, Marie's New Attitude, Vance Motor Company, Coherc Plumbing Company, and all for advertising for me during November and December. This is Clara Luper. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Luper.
Good morning.
I was wondering why you had not returned my calls. This is Reverend Finney. And I'm sorry to hear about this break-in, but I have a solution to this problem. We need to put a switch in every home because these children are out of hand. And I believe that if we put a switch in every home and the parents utilize that switch, we will see a drop in all this vandalism, this burglary, and this other crimes that are going on in the community. So I'm recommending a switch in every home. And then I'd like to say this, maybe in the Martin Luther King Day Parade, some of the marchers can march with a switch in their hand to let these young people know that we're not going to put up with this stuff anymore.
Reverend Finney, if you whip a young person now, they say they can call 911 on you.
Well, I think we need to call 911, and before we switch them, and let the police know, come on, get me, because I'm getting ready to put this switch on this child. And I think if they take enough of us down there and fill up those jails with enough of us down there, they'll see that we mean business about raising up our children the right way. I put a switch on my children when we was growing up, and when they was coming up. I had a switch put on me when I was coming up, and it taught me. I missed out on some whippings I should have got, Miss Luper, and I'd have been a better person if I'd have got a few more of them. So I'm saying, that the parents have to take control. Don't be afraid of going to jail. Call 911 yourself. Let them know that, hey, you're going to raise your child the right way, regardless of what these ACLU people say. We're going to raise our children to grow up to be responsible citizens and adults in the community that respect the rights of other people. Because I think this is just a spot and a blemish that we should not have, and we need to take action against this. And in the words of a great man that comes on the radio, Reverend Burris, a child that's brought up in church will seldom be brought up in court.
Well, thank you so very kindly, Reverend Finney. And if I did not return your call, I'm sorry. And just call me again, please. This is Clara Luper, and I would like to say thanks to all of you for your Christmas gifts, for your cards, and for your cookies and your candy. I would just like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Just to think somebody broke in my house and got my stuff. Hello?
Luper?
Yes.
I'm listening to you this morning, and I'm enjoying the program. I do sympathize with you in your loss. And you had asked the question, what can we do to put a stop to this?
Okay.
I've seen a bunch of young kids running up and down the street, creating havoc and causing harm and grief and sorrow. And I looked at them, and I was just wondering, what can we do? The same question you asked this morning, what can we do? I was thinking that if we had some activity for these young people to participate in, jobs that was given to them, not just per se given to them, but where they could work a job, where they could earn some money to enhance themselves, to get the things that they need. I think some of this breakage, and destroying things in folks' homes would come to a halt. These young people have too much time on their hands. They don't have anything to do but to create havoc. And this is exactly what they're doing because they don't have nothing to keep them occupied.
They don't have any books in their homes. They don't look at television.
I don't know what they have in their homes, but I do believe. Some of the parents may not know that their kids are out creating this disturbance and causing grief and havoc in folks' homes. But I do believe if the community would come together as a whole, and since we know the problem exists, if we would just come together as a whole and try and bring these young people under subjection, some of this stuff, I believe, would stop.
Well, certainly your recommendation is great, and we're jotting this down because we really want to do something. Because it's a shame people worked all their lives to accumulate something, and then somebody come in and destroy it in a matter of minutes.
That's
Thank
true.
you so
And
much.
I want to say to Ms. Luper, I had a break-in myself. They broke my back door completely down, broke the front door completely, just demolished it. But when they got in, they didn't take anything. Nothing was taken off the walls. No furniture was disturbed or nothing. But, like I said, it's so many kids out there without any sense of direction. And if we could just, people who know that they need help, if we could just come together as a whole and and go where these kids are, these children are, and try to help them out of this situation, I believe we would see a great change in our young society.
Well, where are the kids?
They're here and they're there. They're everywhere. If you get in your car and ride up and down the street, you would see them all over the place in groups. And you know when they're in groups, they're working. You know, their minds they're active already, trying to see what they can get into. You just ride up and down the street, down 23rd Street, all over the neighborhood. You'll see these kids in bunches, which they don't have anything to do. They're just standing idle, doing nothing. And you know when they're standing there idle, you know their minds is working. What can I do? What can I break in? What can I go and steal? You know, they need something constructive to keep them occupied, so they won't be out causing grief like they caused you, creating havoc and demolishing things that they cannot replace. They don't have money in their pockets. Some of them don't, unless they sell drugs and get it that way. You know, they need something constructive to keep them from causing havoc in our society.
You've been very kind, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is the Clara Luper radio show, and today we are dealing with a problem. What do you think we can do? Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
I agree with what that lady was saying just then, because my 2 grandkids got suspended, and now they won't let them go to school, and they're trying to get in Job Corps. I agree with what she said, and my daughter can't whoop him because others act like he wants to fight her. And I understand what she said. I told her hit him anyway. I said but she won't do it. But because they'll call the police, so they'll put her in jail. But I agree with that lady. We can't. I'm chewing that hand on because of the law. But my mom and my dad whooped me when I went to school. I'm about your age, you know. We got whippings. We had to go. We had to do what they said. But now that's why our children is so bad. There's a lot of children out there in school because they had fights in school. They suspend them. Now they're just on the street. I agree with that lady.
Well, what do you think about the parents that will allow their children to bring things in their home that don't belong to them?
No, I wouldn't allow that. I wouldn't allow that. Make them take it out. They might buckle up and kick it, act crazy, but get it out there anyway. If they won't act right, call the police. I'm going to put him out here and step out of my house. That's all you have to do. But it's hard to do that these days. It's hard to do it. The law got us where we can't raise our hand. It's like some of them be out of school, they're going to risk the pants for the kids not going to school. Why you going to risk the pants for it? The kids still on the street. So I understand what that lady's saying. Go rest the parents. Now they at work and they're going to rest them because the children's on the street and they put the parents in the jail. The kids still going to be on the street. Now that's just a crazy idea to me. So I understand. That's all I had to say. I understand what you're saying.
Well, that's really something, and thank you so very kindly for visiting with me this morning.
Yeah.
We are talking about what we can do
Yeah.
as parents, as Christians, as
Yes.
religious people to save our young people. We need our young people.
It's so hard.
And we don't need them to go breaking in somebody's house.
That's
Tell
right.
them what you can find.
It's so hard. Yes, right. It's hard, Miss Luper. It's hard.
Well,
Okay, sweetie.
well, thank you so much.
Have a good day.
And once again, I'm asking you to bring my stuff back. Those of you who have broken my house and got my stuff, I need you to bring it back. Clara Luper, hello.
Good morning and Happy New Year, Miss Luper.
Well, thank you.
I'm sorry to hear what has happened. I've been in your shoes. But the thing is, the Bible says, you spare the rod, you'll spoil the child. I'll whip my children, I'll whip my grandchildren. There's a difference in punishing a child and abusing a child. The law cannot stop you from doing what God says do. And this is our problem. Our parents are afraid of their children. They want them to grow up and be friends instead of being parents. Parents that allow children to come into their homes with property that they know is not theirs are just as guilty as that child. And we need to start at the top and work to the bottom with the parents and then with the children. Because when we work and accumulate material possessions, and it's not so much the possessions, but it's the things that people have given you, it's the sentiment in it that cannot be replaced. God is going to punish them for that. We're not supposed to go through life being victims of crime because of hate. It's because of the lack of Jesus that this is going on. And if we as Christians, learners, imitators of Jesus, don't stand up and stop being secret Christians, this is going to continue. We need to be bold. Jesus said, don't worry about tomorrow. 2 days you don't worry about. That's yesterday and tomorrow. All we have is today. And we need to do what we can today to save our young people as well as our adults. Because somebody had to teach them how to do what they're doing. And it started from home. Thank you, and you have a blessed day.
Well, thank you. Thank you so very kindly. This is the Clara Luper.
Do that now. You can't touch these kids now, because they know 911. The babies know 911 now. So you have to be...
But I'm not going to feed nothing I can't control.
But now I know about you. They bring your stuff back home. Because I know when they stole my car, I showed one of them. They wasn't going to bring that. I had the police to find my car. They had to find my... Everything was took out. Everything was took out. Now that's dragging your love. Because I do love children. Because I got children. But I raised them. Don't the person I raised those children. Now they go around stealing. That jail going to have another person in there, and I'm not going to get them out. That's what's bad. They go back, they go and get them out, and then they come back and do the same thing.
Well, I love children, but I don't love thieves.
They dragging our love.
I don't want nobody stealing my stuff.
I know it, because I wanted my car back, too.
Okay.
Thank you, honey.
Okay. Okay, this is the Clara Luper radio show, and this portion of the show is brought to you by your favorite Allstate agent, Marilyn Hildred, who sells all kinds of insurance.
Mom, what do you mean all kinds of insurance? Marilyn not only sells insurance, she works with you during in your insurance needs. She has home insurance, life insurance, motorcycle insurance, helicopter insurance, boat insurance, any of your insurance needs, commercial insurance, automobile insurance. Marilyn Hildred, 730 West Britain Road, 843-0811, 9 to 5, Monday through Fridays, sometimes on Saturday if you really have a special problem. But Marilyn Hildred, my sister, your daughter, but a dynamic, a fantastic, and a righteous insurance agent that not only cares about you, but about you and your needs. You know, some people sell insurance and that's all they do. They give you the paper and say, okay, you're covered. But Marilyn is truly concerned about your insurance needs. Give her a chance. Give the office a chance. We all work with you. 843-0811.
You're a licensed insurance agent too, aren't you?
Oh, Mom, of course, I stay ready.
Okay.
I stay ready. But first of all, I come on with a commercial. Let me say Happy New Year to you. It's such a joy, such a thrill to be here with you on this, the first Saturday of the Clara Luper Radio Show 2002. Mom, we've been here a minute. And we've always come up with some exciting things, and oftentimes we be hitting the nail right on the head. And I think today's show is one of those shows because
How
we're talking
did you feel when you came in my house?
Oh, Mom, I felt so bad. I felt bad not only because of the fact that someone had violated the space and the expense that you've incurred to put a door up, put two doors up, but someone felt bold enough to come in there in the middle of the day, and it was really frustrating. But it's kind of like the policeman, you know. If I would have caught them, been a different story, you know. I might not be here today, and they might not be wherever they are today. But then that is something that a guy didn't just start stealing. They didn't, male, female. That wasn't their first time doing that, and I'm certain it won't be their last. But somewhere, someday, they're going to run into a door that's going to bite back. And you know, funny thing about stealing, you're going to get caught one day. And when you get caught, they're going to call Clara Luper. Miss Luper, I got caught breaking in this lady's house. Will you come help me? Then what you going to say? What you going to do? But see, you've taught us, and you've lived a life where you would stop what you're doing and do something to help that kid, that adult. Because by the time they get to the point of breaking in a door, they way past whoopings. They way past a switch. They've already made up in their mind that, hey, I'm going to be a thief. And a thief that made up his mind to be a thief is two things going to happen. Three things might happen. One, he's going to either die a thief, he's going to go to prison as a thief, or he's going to quit thieving, you know. But a thief is a thief, and there's nowhere hiding. Sometimes, you know, you can see people that you can tell that, now, you know that dude didn't work that hard for that stuff like that. He's stolen something someplace,
Get my stuff.
your stuff. But then they violated 43rd, but then they don't have to worry about that no more. Surprise, surprise, it's coming.
Okay,
But happy
we have
days
someone
are
on the
here.
line.
I'm so glad to be here 2002 and to be with you, Mom.
Okay. Hello.
Hello and good morning, Mrs. Luper.
Good
and how are
morning,
you this
Mrs.
beautiful
Hunter.
day?
Good morning, Mrs. Hunter.
Why, good morning, Calvin, and how are you today? I want to say welcome to all of those who are listening to us today in the year of 2002. But, Mrs. Luper, I want to express my heartfelt sympathy for you because I know how badly you are hurt when someone will come into your house and steal your stuff out. But at least you weren't at home. But you remember someone came in my house and stole my stuff out, and I was right here in the house. So they will finally get caught, so you don't have to worry about that because they even, and what thing is so bad, they're stealing from the poor. My daughter had just got her an air conditioner and blessed some Peter somebody in the hot summertime. When they found out she wasn't at home, they went and stole her air conditioner out of her window and then put it in that window for cooling. I can't see how in the world you cool with something that you have stolen. I don't know why that wind didn't blow hot. But careful to talk about all the insurances that we are buying. Maybe we need to get some other kind of insurance, and we can catch some of these burglars that's going around. But nevertheless, Mrs. Luper, I'm sorry, and I know why your house looks, because when they go in, they just tumble up and tear things up. It takes weeks and weeks for you to try to get things put back up together. But may the Lord strengthen you and bless you, that you will get something else. And if those people stole your stuff, they must need some kind of stuff because I know what kind of stuff they got out of your house. And the Lord is going to bless them. And just keep looking for them every day. Just look every day and you may see some of your stuff walking up and down the street.
Okay, now my stuff was from Japan, from Saipan, from Palau, from Guam. I want my stuff back.
I know you do. This is what I'm saying. Just keep looking. Go in all the pawn shops. That's what we need to do next week. Is go in all the pawn shops and see who bought something in there and pawn that's unusual. Because usually that's what they do. They buy it and then they go pawn it. And then they do not put it to any service. And when Calvin was saying, whatever you do, somebody said we stole something and I'm in jail, come help me. Yes, sirree, I'm going to try to help you stay in jail. That's what I'm going to try to help you do. So you won't come out and steal from me.
Steal your stuff.
That's right. But nevertheless, tomorrow is Sunday. And still, I want to tell you, if you do not go to church, make it a habit to go to church on Sunday. And maybe you won't be out stealing people's stuff. Because the Lord will help you get something for yourself. Because he said, ask and it shall be given. Seeking you can find, but he didn't say go find a house and rob it. But find things that you can do and you can get some of the same things that you have stolen from someone else. And I don't know why we don't stop stealing. Just stop stealing because it doesn't profit you anything. And in the long run, you will finally get caught. So this is one thing that I do know, because I remember when we was running a liquor store and a man broke in and robbed the girl, and it wasn't too many years before he was finally caught robbing someone else. And the same way when they came and robbed in my house. They went down and robbed the man at the end of the street and they got caught. So I want to tell you, thieves, you can't continue to do what you're doing because one day you're going to get caught. And I don't have any sympathy for somebody that'll shoot somebody that's in their house stealing their stuff. And the policeman's got to say, well, now you went in this house and stole the stuff and you got what you reserved. And this is the way it should be.
Okay, thank you so very kindly.
Okay,
and would you ask the people to bring my stuff back, please?
I'm going to pray that they bring your stuff
Bring your stuff back.
They haven't brought my stuff back.
I'm ashamed to tell the people in Guam and Saipan and all that somebody stole my stuff. You remember when I came back last year from Guam, they bought a new suitcase for me to put my stuff in.
Somebody stole
stole my stuff and my cookies and my candy. Somebody stole my stuff.
Well, Mom, but you know, thieves are important. You know, we need thieves because
thieves, to steal a base.
We need
baseball.
We need
steal
thieves.
a ball.
We need thieves.
Basketball.
We need thieves
What
because
do we
look,
need with thieves?
because that helps keep the system rolling. Like, if it wasn't for thieves, there wouldn't be police. If it wasn't for thieves, there wouldn't be prisons. If it wasn't for thieves, there wouldn't be jail. If it wasn't for thieves, there wouldn't be no need for that many lawyers. If it wasn't for thieves, there wouldn't be no need for no bondsmen. We need thieves.
I don't need any thieves, Cam. I don't
And
know. We don't need no thieves.
evidently, that's what's happening, because you look in your yellow pages. You go in the bondsman side, you don't see a thief listed. You don't see thieves listed, but you see bondsmen listed. You see lawyers listed. You see police, different departments. So thieves are very important to the flow of society. And those people that are foolish enough to be thieves, they must realize all they're doing is helping the entire society to move. So thieves are important. There's a place for a thief. And they're really.
I want everybody to look out for thieves in your neighborhood. And if any of you are in the neighborhood of 43rd and Woods and Everett, and you saw somebody with my stuff, be sure and let me know here, because I want my stuff.
Well,
but let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something.
Okay, now listen
I'm going to
to
tell
this.
you something. I have a friend that's been on the radio for 12 years. 12 years he's been on radio preaching the gospel. He has a ministry that's known as Jesus is the Answer, Radio and Prison Ministry. Now, let me tell you something. He will be celebrating 12 years of service, January 26, 2002, at the Dale City Community Center. That's located at 4505 Southeast 15th Street. And it's going to be a 4-hour celebration from 6 to 10. Let me tell you something. The songs of praise by brothers and sisters in Christ and many more local groups will be singing. Oh, they have a dope prize of $150. And let me tell you, they have plenty of food. And those of you that want to really do more than just say, Reverend Burris, I enjoyed you so much, get out and get a ticket. The tickets are only $12 for adults.
Well, how do you get your ticket, Mom? Where's don't they
well,
tell
why
you?
don't you call 410-6326 or 42731
or 672-1220?
Yes, right. Tell them you heard it on the Clara Luper radio
But
show.
Hello,
I think I have somebody on the line. Hello?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter. As you know, our NAACP Youth Council meetings are every Monday night at 6 o'clock p.m. And I hope to see you there. Also, I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. This is Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter.
You mean, Coco, you aren't going to ask the people to bring my stuff?
I would love for whoever took your stuff to bring it back. It's just past the Christmas season. The Christmas season is for giving, not taking, and I just hope that you receive your things back, Miss Luper, and I'll pray for you.
Okay, then. Thank you so very kindly. This is Clara Luper. Hello?
Morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
How are you? Mrs. Luper?
Yes?
I've had the same thing happen to me.
Oh,
and you know, when someone break into your home, your homeowner's insurance goes up, and you feel violated. I've listened to different ones that call in and made statements. I don't have the answer to our young people today. I have no children, so I don't have the answer. But I do know one thing. Maybe if it'd be more family togetherness, maybe that will cut down on some of the robberies that is going on in our community today. I had the pizza man robbed on my front porch one Sunday evening. I came home from church, and I saw the little car, little truck blocking my driveway. The police was on the corner. So I backed up to the policeman, and I said, "Why is my driveway blocked?" He started asking me questions. "Ma'am, do you have any children?" I said, "No." I said, "I live there in that house. I want to know why my driveway is blocked." He said, "Well, ma'am, the pizza man was robbed on your porch tonight." What can you say? Bold thief. So how can you conquer this? How can you conquer this? When I got home, let me back up. I was working, doing night work, 6 in the evening to 6 in the morning. Come in, take a bath, and go on to the school. I came home one particular morning, my bathroom window was broken. So it had to be a small person to come through the house. That's what the police officer was telling me. there was someone that knew my little dog. I had a little poodle, and she was a very feisty little dog. So there was someone that knew her to call her by name. And the police officer said, ma'am, anytime someone breaks into your home, they know your routine. So this was someone that was watching me constantly and was timing me to know when I leave and when I would return. So whoever broke into your home, they were timing you. They know you. And just like the officer was saying to me, it'll be a long time before you'll find everything that's missing. You're going to continue to find things that's missing. Right. If they did exactly what you said they did, that your home was tore up, right now you don't know what all is gone. So you will continue to find missing things, missing things.
We agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But that's what I'm saying. You look at just during your conversation how many jobs were made. The policeman got a job.
Calvin,
the thief got a job. The repairman got a job.
Calvin, I want my stuff.
You want your stuff, but
and I don't blame you. I want my stuff, but I never did
thieves know what
get
they're
it.
doing. The thief not gonna just break in your house, just walking down the street.
Let's all watch out for thieves.
But you know what?
Send them to the place where they can come and listen, where they can be a part of the Jesus is the Answer radio and prison ministry. If that's, they don't have to go to jail to do that. They can start being a part of it right here. But then when they get in jail and they get 50 years or 20 years for breaking in there, they gonna burn up the phone lines. They gonna call collect. And look at that. The Marbell had made money. The operators have made money. The prison guards have made money.
Yeah.
Everybody that made money off of that thief. And that thief doesn't realize that he's really financing and helped to finance this whole community, this whole system. So if you were foolish enough to steal, then you must realize that people want you to steal.
Calvin, the sad part of mine, since a lot of these are prisoners that I got in Guam, I don't know how much they paid for my prisons. I don't know how to put it on my insurance list. I don't know how much the people inside paying. But I just want my stuff. That's what I want.
Right.
Okay, I want
Have
my
a great
stuff.
day.
Thank you, Carla. Oh, boy, what a good time. Boy, the first Saturday, 2002, live and in living color, and I'm with my dear sweet mom. Always something happens, but the good part is, Mom, that they did not bother you. They did not bother Mr. Wilson. They did not do nothing but take material things, but they got your stuff. They got Mr. Wilson's stuff. And I know that hurts, but it was such a joy and a thrill to know that you all were all right.
Okay, someone's on the line, Calvin. Hello?
Good morning, Clara.
Yes.
I'm just so sorry to hear about your break-in and you losing all of your jewelry. Now, I'll tell you what, I know you can't keep from worrying about it, but I'm going to share a portion of my little Japan jewelry and everything with you until they return yours, because they're going to do that for you.
Let's wait till we catch this thief. There's no add no new jewelry over
because
there.
Because those are sewn on pieces for you, and it doesn't mean a thing to them. So they know how much you enjoyed that jewelry. So whomever got your jewelry, they're going to return it to you.
Okay, well, you ask them.
I will. I want whomever it is out there, if you're listening to the Clara Luper radio show, return Clara's jewelry, please.
My candy, my cookies.
Yes, bless their hearts, they were hungry, but we can get more cookies and candy. But see, we can't pick up that kind of jewelry over here. Nobody's going to travel that far over the waters to get jewelry.
24 hours in there.
Tell me about it.
I want to encourage them to keep stealing, because Rolf needs the business, the police need the business, the prison system needs the business. Keep stealing. We need you
to
stealing.
bring Clara's jewelry home. We want them to do that. They can just keep stealing if they want to, but eventually somebody's going to catch them. But please return Clara's jewelry to her.
Oh, mail it. See, the postman got a job. You can mail it back to Mom.
And also,
There's another job the thief made. This one thief. Look how many jobs he's made.
Okay, and also, Clara.
Well, I would like to compliment you on what you have done in getting the air conditioning at Freedom Center.
They're busy right now with it.
Well, you have done a terrific job.
Thank you.
I know you would like to thank the churches that have helped you.
I do. I'd like to thank Reverend Parker, St. James. I'd like to thank Reverend Wilson for True Vine, and also my pastor, Reverend Derek Richardson, and also Reverend Lasky.
Well, I would like to thank all of those pastors because they are my pastors too.
Oh.
Thank you so very kindly.
Okay, and bye-bye.
Oh, well, next week will be dedicated to the memory of Martin Luther King, and you're going to hear something. And I would like to tell Mr. Redwine down in Clinton, Oklahoma, that Keith Ogans will be delivering the Martin Luther King
Keith Ogans, Reverend Keith. The Calvin Keith is going to Clinton
He's the
to
executive, one of the vice presidents of Rose State College. Calvin, people have been calling me. They want to know how can they get in the group of We Can't Singers.
Mom, they asking the right question at the right time because this is our recruiting period. This is the start of the year. I have there's a young man out there listening now that has expressed a sincere interest on being a part of the We Can't Singers. He fits all the qualifications. The main part is that you can't sing. Now, if you can't carry a tune in the bucket, that's cool. We got big buckets. If you can't, if you've ever been kicked out of the choir, we want you. If you can't stand to hear yourself sing, we want you. We need you because we're going to have something special during the Soul Bazaar 2002, and hopefully that'll lead to bigger and better things, Mom. The We Can't Singers, if you can't sing, or if you know somebody that can't sing, give me a call at 424-3949. Or
Do
even
you
out
have
here
any
at the
application
station.
blanks?
Mom, it's more of a, we like to hear you, but then you do have to sign up so that we know how to contact you and let you know when practices will be.
Oh, you all practice.
We try to.
This is the Clara Luper radio show, and don't forget, Reverend Bird's tried so hard going down to prisons and everything.
See?
And let's show him some appreciation. Those tickets are only $12, and that's on January the 26th. From
You think he's going to invite the We Can't Singers, Mom? He's been knowing
I
this
don't
since
know.
day
You
one.
you might be invited to be a part of that program. I
don't
noticed
know.
the brothers
But it's
and
12
sisters
years. It's
in
been a
Christ
good
will be
12, long 12 years. Wow.
Okay.
Let me see that again.
This is Clara Luper, and I want you to know that the NACP Youth Council will meet this Monday night. We have been able to meet the past Monday nights because our air conditioning and heating unit went out and we could not go up. I would like to thank all of you that have helped us in any way. It's time now to sign up for Miss Black Oklahoma. All you have to do is call 424-3949. Sign up for the Soul Bazaar. Sign up for Miss Black Oklahoma City. Sign up for Miss Black Central, Miss Black OU, Miss Black Langston University, and I could go on down the list. Calvin?
I'm ready, Mom. I got a special call this week from James Brown Jr. himself. James Brown Jr. called Calvin Luper. He wanted to make sure that we celebrated his birthday, and we started a little early because James Brown's birthday is the 17th. And I know that now he's by the radio and he's listening to this show, Mom. So I want to.
You mean tell me James Brown Jr.
James Brown Jr. wants me to sing happy birthday to him in that very special way. And it's such a joy, such a thrill to know that people enjoy your singing. But if you know someone who wants to join the We Can't Singers, give us a call, 424-3949, 672-1220. Or if you see Berlin Nero or myself, just let us know. But this goes out to you, James Brown. Happy birthday, James Brown. Happy birthday, James Brown. Happy birthday, James Brown. And may you continue to have many, many more birthdays. And
This is a Clara Luper radio show, and this morning I've asked for your help. If you were in a neighborhood on Thursday on 43rd and Woods Drive and you saw somebody coming out of my house with my stuff, would you let me know? And if you happen to have been the one that borrowed my stuff, I want all of my stuff back. One thing that we've got to do, we've got to fight the enemy because so many times the enemies are within. And I call upon you in all neighborhoods in Oklahoma City to look around for thieves. Look around for those people that would come into people's homes and take their stuff. You know, it's hard when you get out here and work as hard as people are working and somebody steal your stuff. Now this morning I made an appeal for my stuff.
Your stuff.
And not
Mr.
only
Wilson's
my
stuff.
Mr. Wilson's stuff did.
You bother my stuff that was in there.
And Police Shelley said, Mama, you
Shelley
need me
stuff.
to come up. I said, Shelley,
Well,
they got some of your stuff.
But Mom, I'm quite serious. We've talked about this all week since that happened. But then, and I've been saying it in a way, and I'm going to repeat it. We need the thieves, and if you look at the
I don't need any thieves.
but
no.
somebody must need them. Somebody is training these thieves. Somebody is telling these thieves that this is what to do. But you look at the many jobs that one criminal intent is made, and we got to stop as a people. We got to stop as individuals and see really who we're going to help. Who and where are we going to improve our community? And we got to start in the home.
I know the people are going to help
door.
me because I've given away over 1,000 pounds of chitlins and turkeys and everything. Now I want my stuff. This is Clara Luper saying, wherever you are, if you have my stuff, bring my stuff home. Bye-bye.
Jesus is the answer.